What's up guys, this is part 3 of the sound system build. This video is all about wires, a lot of wires. So with that being said, let's get started. For any electrical project, you should always disconnect the negative battery cable. This is the teardown process. I started from the back and worked my way to the front. So the insulation under the carpet is all one piece, so I had to cut certain sections to get it out. For the sound treatment, I went with Noico Solutions. I got this off of Amazon. I have 36 square feet of it, so hopefully this is plenty for the floor. Alrighty, so all the sound deadening is installed. Try to get most of the big areas. I don't think it's necessary to get really in detail of getting like under here and there. So looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna start wiring. So for the speaker wires, I think I'm just gonna run it straight through here, all the way down here, and pretty much follow these wires here, and maybe tuck it in the corner. So for the speaker wire, I'm using Crutchfield's 9-wire speaker cable. I thought this would be better than having just individual strands of wire running through the truck. As you can see, all 9 speaker wires, including the remote wire, are ran through one insulator tube. Okay, so here's what I got so far. Have pretty much all the speaker outs going to each door. So I think the way I'm gonna have it go is drill a hole here in the corner, and hopefully these wires should tuck in nicely where it's not bulging out of the carpet. So have the speaker wires going to, it's gonna run pretty much in the middle of the floor. Nothing should be crushing it, so it'll just be tucked under the carpet. That's for the back door, by the way, on the passenger side. Now we have our front door speaker on the passenger side running to here. It's probably going to follow this wire loom here, and it's going to follow those wire looms up to the door speaker over there. Now for the driver's side, I had the speaker wires run all the way up here, and this one for the back driver's side door is gonna be ran same thing as the passenger side, ran under the carpet right here in the middle, around the seat bracket of course, and then it would run up into the pillar, straight into the door. And then for the front driver door, it's gonna run along this wire loom here, and then it's gonna go straight to that door. Now for the power wire, I might have a change of plans, because originally I thought I was probably gonna make it work by having the wire route through here, go back here around the seat bracket, squeezing next to subwoofers. Problem is that the seats may be resting on this power wire. So what I was thinking, I'm gonna be using this as an example. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of do the same thing that I did for this side on those wires, except the power wire is gonna run through here into a tunnel, and it's gonna run all the way across and pretty much follow up to the firewall. So here's an example. So pretty much what I have is the wire running from the firewall all the way along the loom through here and along this corner right here, and I'm gonna drill a hole where this wire will continue to go under the amps, come out of this space right here, and loop into this fuse block. So I have the carpet temporarily in place. I'm sure it would be more apparent once the insulation part of the carpet is under, but in that case I would just cut some of the insulation and just tuck the wires into there. But as you can see, it's not bulging too much. It's really hard to tell on camera, but it is bulging just a little bit. But I think with the floor mat in place, it should definitely hide that bulge, and the feet would not be touching this corner at all anyway. So we might be good with this. All right, so I got both of the holes drilled out. So it's not pretty, so I will wrap a portion of the wire with this stuff, so that way it won't get cut up by this hole right here. that took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I got these wires ran through, so these would go just straight into the amp. So now I think it is safe for me to reinstall this carpet. So I actually jumped the gun a little bit on wrapping these wires. I forgot to wire this remote here for the subwoofer. So instead of routing it through here, I think I'm just gonna go the traditional way and just route it along the side here. Alright, so I ended up actually cutting out this insulation here just to relieve the bump here. Same thing on this side too. Another change I made was rerouting the 0 gauge wire to go, can't see it, but it goes on top of this vent instead of below. To make the 0 gauge wire fit under the plastic, I'm gonna have to remove this piece of plastic right here, which clips this carpet to these right here. So I think the pressure of the plastic trim holding the carpet down should keep it in place. Now the 0 gauge wire will fit with this trim piece on. I also went ahead and ran this JL Audio remote wire through the carpet all the way through here and to the front. Alrighty, so I went ahead and finished putting the interior together so you guys can see. Oh, almost dropped my phone. Back seats are in, minus the bottom parts of it. So pretty much the majority of the interior is done. So I still have some wiring stuff to do. Not quite done yet. I still need to finalize all these here, along with tap into the harness for the radio. So I'll go ahead and do that tomorrow since it's getting late. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So this does not look like it's gonna work. So I'm probably gonna have to have it route up here and around that way. here I'm taking off my door panels so that way I could connect my speakers to the new wire. So I'm about 99% done with the wiring here. The only thing I need to add is the RCAs to connect this amp to this amp. So other than that, power wire is in, the fuses are in. I have the speaker wires going to the subwoofer, coming under the board, under the carpet, into the box. And these came out really, really nice. I'm pretty happy with this. Ground block has the links in it and is routed to a post I made. So here's that ground post. I went ahead and sprayed clear coat so this should not rust for any reason. So this is connected straight to the body of the vehicle. So this is a perfect spot. Now to route my 0 gauge wire through the firewall, I drilled a hole using a 1-inch step bit. Here it is right here. I'm using these grommets that I got off of Amazon. It's a watertight grommet. Okay, so I finally got this all zip tied up and it's good to go. Ignore this, but as you can see, we have the 0 gauge wire running to the grommet in the firewall. So I was going to use New Concept's Ultimate Battery Terminal, but the problem is that I think this terminal is mainly designed for batteries on the passenger side of vehicles, because as you could see, the only place to put the post is here on the side. So, and the only place to actually mount this battery terminal to the post here is having it on this side, which would work, but all the wires would come out this way, and I really do not want to route the wires out and around here. So it's kind of unfortunate. So instead, I'm gonna buy some battery terminals off of Amazon. In the future, if you guys do plan on adding accessories such as light bars, ditch lights, compressors, everything, then this stock terminal is gonna get full. So it is a good idea to upgrade to a different battery terminal. That way you will be able to add a lot of wires to this. But in the meantime, I'm gonna install the fuse and I think I'm gonna put it here, right in the middle of the fuse box. I think I'll have it Velcroed down to it, just in case if I were to ever need to access this fuse box. All I have to do is just pick up the fuse block and take the cover off. So before I started this project, I actually already installed a Kicker Key 200, I believe. It's a small 4-channel amp. And I got these wire harnesses from Taco Tunes. There's probably a better place to get these wiring harnesses, because from Taco Tunes website, these things are like 70 bucks, something like that. So it's pretty high. And at least what it comes with is that it comes with the male connector that goes straight to your amp, and you just wire it to your amp. And then it has a female connector which wires from the amp's output to your factory harness. I believe the part number for this is 12C39. So there is a possibility that you could probably get this connector itself at your local Toyota dealership and make your own wiring harness. So I could have done that, but at the time I didn't really know about it. But for now, I'm just gonna use the connector that I had bought from Taco Tunes and cut the wires here and connect it to my 9-wire cable. These are all soldered together now, and it happens to the best of us. I forgot to put heat shrink tubing on this wire, so there's tape. Happens every time. Since I already had wires running through to the door, I decided to solder my wire straight to that wire. The reason why I have a really long spool here is because eventually I'll actually be upgrading these speakers. So right now, I don't know if I already mentioned this, I have the Kicker KS series speakers. It's a 3-way coaxial speaker, so everything's all built in. Now the speaker is really great, but the problem that I've been having is that imaging is absolutely terrible. So pretty much all the sound is hitting our feet. So like my passenger and me, our sounds would be cut out by our feet. So I actually cut the wires to the tweeters, which was a pretty bad idea, because I guess that having the tweeters would have helped with the imaging just a little bit, but still I'm not happy with the setup. So eventually what I'm going to be doing is installing some Focal 3-way component speakers. So pretty much I'll have my woofer here, and then I'm gonna have my tweeter here in the cell panel, and I'll have my 3-inch mid-range speaker under the grill here. So that'll be in a future video, but probably not anytime soon. Like many of you know, those speakers are pretty pricey, and I've already dropped quite a bit on the current setup, so it'll have to wait a little longer. Jesus, the wind picked up. So battery is connected, everything is just in test mode right now. I haven't really fixed anything yet. So radio's put back together. I have my base knob here. All the paneling is together with the base wire just hanging around, just for now, all temporary. And everything's plugged in. My tuning wire is plugged in for my computer right here. So I did run into one small problem that I should be able to fix tomorrow. This RCA right here, the bottom one, will not clear. It will hit the plastic here. So I ordered a 90-degree elbow from Amazon, so I'll be able to do a 90-degree turn off of these outputs right here. Other than that, I think it should be good. All right, here's a little demo for you guys. It's not turned up all the way because I still need to do the big 3 upgrade. Basically, that's the charging system upgrade. So I know that some of you guys may be interested in what it sounds like, so here it goes. So guys, it is so nice to have the bass back, because having this truck for a year, I was just like hating the sound system in it, and that bass adds that missing color to music. Now for the front speakers, they sound pretty decent, but not to my expectations, and I think that's because of the staging of the speaker. So what I'm thinking is, like I said earlier, do the three-way system with the full cowl speakers. With that being said, there is another part to this. Part 4 is actually going to be the big 3 upgrade. The reason why I didn't include it in this video is because I'm sure there's a lot of people who are not really doing sound systems, but rather doing accessories for their trucks and would like to do a charging system upgrade. So that video will be just for that. All right guys, that wraps it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed what you see, feel free to like, and if you have any opinions or any advice, feel free to comment as well. I will be having more content coming soon and some potential projects. So if you guys are interested in that, it'll be nice to have you as a subscriber. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.